philosophers talk to our times. There's a cartoon doing the internet that has reminded me of why I hate the Republic so much. Why I blame it for quite a lot of our modern problems. Perhaps you've seen the cartoon. The cartoon is of Plato's argument in the Republic, where in a beautiful, ecstatic piece of writing, he describes the spiritual journey by which a philosopher wakes up and realises they are but in a cave of shadows. What they thought was reality is just mist and light, an endless play of form and shape. And if they look behind them, they can see a tunnel, and beyond it, a very, very bright light. And they go through the light, past great fires, before which priests are dancing with shadow puppets. And they go past the priests and past the shadow puppets, and they climb up, following always the light. And they emerge then in a heaven of beautiful, where all is simple and beautiful, and they see things not as priests represent them, as dancing shadows against a flickering flame, but rather as they truly are. And it is these, the philosophers, who, propelled by a sense of duty, must climb back down into the tunnel, into the cave, and go and teach their fellow men the beautiful truth they've seen. As I said, it's a lovely bit of writing, and roots in spiritualism. It is doing the rounds as a cartoon, because we can all say, all us old greybeards, oh yeah, the young of today, well, other people, well, perhaps me, but shush, we're all addicted to our phones, and all we need to do is to turn round, to see the bright world as it is, to love it as it is, and the savage and the true will return unto us all. Bollocks. You see, Plato isn't saying that, is he? Oh no. Plato is condemning our real world. He's condemning the world we actually live in. The bright world of shifting shadows. He's saying that somehow it is false. That if you and your friends only knew it, you could turn round and climb to a truth. A truth, moreover, that is simple as it is true, as it is beautiful, as it is pure. Not only then is the truth really out there for you and your friends to find, but that truth is beautiful and above all, simple. He then opens up the Western mind to rage against actual reality, all the squalid shadows, all the world of compromise and less than perfect. All of that somehow becomes a conspiracy of matter against us, becomes devalued. It is the lie. The truth, whatever it is simple. Effectively then, that creates that great pathway of Western thought where any political organisation will present itself in the ideal form, as some sort of ideal truth, ideal nationalism, ideal capitalism, a perfect communist utopia. You see, if your criteria is making it simple and beautiful, it's fudge easy to define for you and your mates. And once you've defined it, or perhaps these days it's darker, you'll understand the truth being the conspiracy, that which underlies the power systems of our world. A conspiracy that then allows you to simplify everything, understand everything according to you and your mates' principles. Thinking about it, it is now darker, but the same trope is applying. That somehow, somewhere, there is a simplifying factor that makes everything easy. That you can see all like a character in Dickens. Oh, rubbish. Just rubbish. The world is not simple. It's not easy. Worse than that, the answer to every political problem is not that you and your mates, you have seen enlightenment, be you Freudian analysts or emperors or philosopher kings, all that has to happen is that you need to govern. You can sort it out. It's never the answer. I live in the Ariège. The Ariège is one of those last bits of wilderness, perched right at the end of France. Sometimes you get the idea France is a bit ashamed of the Ariège because it stayed wild with bears and wolves and whatnot. And the Ariège is full of people who come to the Ariège from elsewhere in France and from Germany, and they're going to sort it out. They're going to tame its wilderness. They're going to make it behave. And what happens to them? A year, 2 years, 5 years, sometimes 10. And the Ariège breaks them. It breaks them because of the mud and the difficulty. There's a reason why it's wild. And that, for me, is the powerful message I learned from the failure of Plato. Any system that wants to impose a simplistic answer that says, this is the solution, this is what we do. It's easy. All you have to do is follow my rules. It's like a farmer in the Ariège who thinks he can chop down the trees and everything will be all, and the soil will behave itself. Of course it won't. And of course the wild savage will get you in the end. Plato's heaven then found us against the shadows of reality. Shadows that are always more complicated, always more powerful than the empty images he conjures. And all his argument does, all that kind of argument ever does, is to open your mind to the blight of conspiracies that further muddle the world, or make you want to believe that everything would be all right if only you could govern, when nothing would be all right if you could govern. There are no philosopher kings. There never were. There never will be. I'm afraid, even more than the death of God, we've just got to grow up and accept it.